Okay, general thoughts of practice. A lot of times we're kind of almost two separate units. Front five, run focus is primary, most important part. Pass coverage is second and easy. Once Coach Rabbit's got his inside linebackers figuring out what the run fits are, where they're supposed to be aligned and what they're supposed to read, maybe about week 3 or 4, we start getting them to turn their head to find a slant. And then that's about all they do. Okay, that and there's a guy that's running across your face, hit him, reroute him. Okay, oh no, am I missing anything?
That's about it.
There you go. Put that on a piece of paper. All right, back 6, run expectations are easy. Yeah, their goal is to stop big plays and practice accordingly. We're often separate. I've been very, very fortunate in the last few years to have really good guys as my inside backer and D-line coaches. They're doing their thing. And on back end, we're doing our thing, and we come together. Today, we're going to focus on the back 6. Run assignments, pass assignments, play action assignments. Thank you. Hit that. Okay, quarterbacks. Quarterbacks, in my opinion, are probably some of the areas that are least coached. Okay, why? Because they're good athletes typically. We don't do any man-to-man anymore, and I look back at what I used to do. I just cover the guy. There's going to be a dude that's better than him. Okay, even if you got a dude, there's going to be another dude. So we talk about line assignment and pursuit and tackle with these guys. Smart split. Okay, we played Clinton a couple of years back in level 2, and we noticed we called it the bus garage split because they had a bus garage in the backside of their field. They'd be on the right hash and this way, and they'd have a kid, practically in the bus garage. Now, what do you think they're doing with that guy? Yeah, he's just out there. Okay, so where are you going to line as a result of that? And if you're not talking about that, you guys that are man guys, you're over here in the bus garage, man, I'm loading up on you, and here we go. Well, why? So talk about that. Half turn run. This is something that everything I got here is stolen. Nick Saban, I'll talk about where I got some of this stuff. He said, when he was at Michigan State, I don't have athletes that are necessarily good enough to backpedal. So I thought at that point in time, well, yeah, I haven't had anybody go to Michigan State or Alabama or anything else, so I probably don't either. Okay? So what we do is a half-turn run, right? And we'll talk about that and what that is and what that looks like. Okay? We don't backpedal at all. None. Communicate. What are you going to communicate? So if you think about what it is that like Coach said, what are you telling them to tell? The other, what are you telling them to say? Guy runs across, motion! Yeah, okay, what's that mean? Right? So what do you want them to communicate? If you and I are playing safety together, I'm going to say, hey, I got deep third. You're saying to me, I got flat. Because there would be really a lot of trouble if I thought I had flat and he thought he had flat, and then guess what? Nobody's got deep third. So we're communicating before each play, and what you're doing is you're communicating what your assignment is. And if you communicate your assignment before the ball snap, what is that going to do and instill in you? Confidence. Hey, I got this, because that guy comes back, okay, I know he's where he's at, I know where I'm at, we're good to go. I'm ready to play ball. I know what I got to do. Another assignment, triple R. Rip, restack, reduce, we'll talk about this. And if you get held up, save and drill, and then, pursue and tackle. How many guys have you coached? Let's say the ball gets completed to coach over there, and I'm playing, left corner. We'll see him catch the ball. I'm all past the numbers, and he got the numbers. And then they'll just watch it. Okay? Well, talk to him on that. Communicate that. Understand what that is. Define pursuit. What does it look like? And all those sorts of things. And tackling. What do you expect from your corners when they tackle? Okay? Well, you're going to see one play here. Kid does his job. He just gets blown up. It's actually against the minus. Okay? If you do your job, I don't care what it is. If you're tackling out of the corner and you're corner and you're tackling, are those guys tackle guys a lot of times? No, brother. Get them on the ground. I don't care if you tie their shoelaces together. I don't care if you unscrew their spikes. Just get them on the ground at that point. Okay? And that's kind of what we're looking at. Go ahead. Okay, I'm going to just borrow this for a second. So, looking at this sideline view, hey, this gentleman right here, 21, we're going to just look at what we're talking about with a half-turn run. Okay, so this is what we do. So, coach, if you want to stand up, let's say you're going this way, ball's on that side, you're receiver. All right, we're going to get a smart split. We're going to get ourselves where we're going to need to be, and we're going to play somewhere between 5 and 7 yards off. Okay. If you look, he's on the near hash. This guy's just outside the numbers. He's probably going to play him about even up. We're going to play a half-turn run. Actually, I'm going to pretend the ball's on that side now. So let's say I'm going to play a half-turn, so I'm going to be here. What does this afford me the opportunity to do? It affords me the opportunity to move, see what's going on. We play a zone, okay? Now, I can come up here, and if you play man, if you watch Alabama now, what they're going to do, they'll come up and they'll play man, but as soon as he comes off the ball, they're going to turn and shade one way or another. They're going to have to run because you're faster that way, okay? And if you want a way to turn your kids onto this and for them to take your slowest corner, have him go on a half-turn run, take your best athlete that you got in corner, put him in a back pedal, have him race. You'll sell your kid. You're like, oh man, Jimmy's way faster than Johnny, but he just got roasted. Okay, so this is what we're going to do here. Now, as this guy comes up, I'm in this half-turn run, so I'm just going to kind of mirror what you're going to see from Dylan. Once I know it's a run situation, and he's coming at me, how many of you guys have wide receivers who just killer blockers? Raise your hand. Anybody got just dudes that can, you got one? Yeah. You know, these guys don't want to block. That's not what they're there for. Okay, that's not what they're there for. What we teach them to do is attack. Okay. So we're going to attack this guy. Once I see it's run, and since I'm playing off and I can recover, I'm going to attack. And what we're going to do is we're going to go same foot, same shoulder. We're going to rip, and then we restack, and then we go from there. So if we look at what Dylan does, he does a really nice job here. Okay, guy's coming at him. He sees it. He half-turn and run, and he does a pretty good job here. He sees it's a run, restacks, and then he gets up. You know, it's not a killer tackle or anything like that, but he does that. How often do we practice that? Every day. Okay, that's something that we're doing all the time. Remember, stack, replace, triple R. Okay, you want to flip to the next one? Go ahead and flip again. Okay, and one more. All right, so just so happens, go ahead and pause it again. I'm going to teach you something. This is revolutionary. If none of you guys know this, the arrow keys, actually, you can use them to rewind, fast forward, and when you push the down key, it'll pause it or play it. If you didn't know that, that made my life so much easier. Okay, so if you press and just hold the down arrow key for me there, sir. Okay, so he's going to just press the down arrow key, and that's going to slow-mo it. All right, so he's going to be here, rip, all right, and he doesn't do it's not how much is that forward tackling? No, but he's got dudes coming, and he gets them on the ground. That's all we're looking for. Attack, rip, replace. Now, you can't do that if you're a man, okay? You just can't. So we play a lot of zone, that's where you want to hit the arrow and advance us there. Perfect, go ahead, head again. Okay. Safety, we're just looking at run, and then we'll get into the other stuff. Basic trips, okay, so once again, Coach Iverson talked about it. We want to only communicate things that matter, words that matter. We don't have a lot of time about that. Teams or tempo, whatever. We want to say something that matters, not a lot of other verbiage is required. We say base, okay, what does base mean? We're going to line our safeties up outside on tackles, 10 yards off, reading the guards. Run assignment, they're going to run the trapezoid. Fill alley inside out, they're going to trail the ball's hip. A lot of you guys probably do a lot of this stuff. If anything doesn't make sense, please let me know. Okay? If we say trips mean something. It doesn't just mean that there's three guys there. We never say trips in any of our other coverages other than our cover 3 or Viking. If we say trips, that means something. Okay? If it's something else, Ranger or this or that or whatever it is, trips, it means you got a one high read. You're going to read the triangle, you're going to have fill alleys. So the difference is, in base, like we said, you're going to have 2 highs, okay? In trips, you're going to roll one of the safeties and just go 1 high. Low man, run assignment, and we'll see all this sort of stuff. Anybody else cover 3 team? Anybody do cover 3? Okay. What is the number one thing that you want to prevent from getting beat on in a cover 3? Where is it?
4 verts, right?
4 verts, man. Yeah, you play cover 3, you better be ready for 4 verts. People are going to come at you with that. So instantaneously, that's where we start teaching, where we're going to get beat the most and easily. So you'll see what happens when we've got a trips call. We'll rotate the one high. He's going to read the triangle, so on and so forth. The low man is going to get an inside shade on number 2, and sometimes he'll step up, sometimes he'll bail back, sometimes we change it up so it looks like one of our coverages or different one of our coverages, whatever, you know, play games. You have 2 crosses your face, so you have ball sides this side, he's here, he's in number 2, I'm going to be inside shade. We're working on him all the time. You're going to step to the ball side, you're going to post, okay? He goes vert, I'm going to read 1 to 2. They both go vertical, I'm going to keep running with him. That's my job, reading 1 to 2, reading 1 to 2, reading 1 to 2. That's what we're talking about. If my safety coach is talking to those guys, he's going to have them over there and doing that. Now, this guy, usually the slide guy's a little quick, so I step here and he beats me to the inside. Okay, that's fine. He's already declared that he's not going vertical at this point in time, so I'm right. I'm going to write him down for 2 steps, see what's going on in here, and then I can get out to the flat. Okay, so I become a flat defender in that situation. If you want to advance it.